I'm walking the full Camino de Santiago Portuguese route from Lisbon to the city of Santiago de Compostela. I'm documenting my whole experience in this video diary so that you can use it as kind of like a video guidebook. I cover stuff like how to pack for a month on the Camino de Santiago, what you should bring each day in your day pack, how to look after your feet. If you can't find the exact information that you're looking for in this particular video, just go onto my channel and have a browse around there to my other Camino videos. You should find the information that you're looking for in one of them. If you still can't find it, just go on to the comment section and leave a comment there and I'll answer it as soon as possible. And if you want to, you can also go onto my website, travelandculture.ie, and send me an email through the contact form and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Buen camino! I'm leaving my hostel already. I was up at like 7:15, had breakfast, actually free breakfast in the hostel, which was nice. It was like a bread roll, some cheese, coffee and a juice, and I might have stolen an orange and a banana for my backpack for when I get a little bit hungry later on. It's not really stealing, it's kind of free with breakfast, but I don't think you're supposed to take it away. Anyway, the man in the hostel was really nice and he helped me, and the hostel actually organised luggage transfer for me today, which is yay! So what the story is, a taxi is gonna come to the hostel, collect my bag, my big backpack, and drop it to the place that I'm staying in tonight. And it just cost me €20 and it should be there and all by the time I arrive, which is amazing because today I have a long walk. I have to walk 32 kilometers from Villa Franca to a place called Cartaox. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I should be staying in a town called Azambuja, but they didn't have any accommodation there tonight, so I have to keep walking. So yeah, I have a long walk, so thank goodness that I got luggage transfer. What exactly is the Camino de Santiago? I'm sure like a lot of people kind of want to know that because it's super famous, but do people actually know what it is? Right, so this is the story anyway. So St. James was, Santiago means St. James in Spanish anyway, but St. James was one of Jesus's apostles, and apparently he was very close to Jesus. He was like in the inner circle and he really had Jesus' ear. So when he was beheaded by King Herod in Judea, they took his body to people who believed Jesus and Christians. They took his body and buried him in a tomb in Galicia in the northwest corner of Spain, and that's the city now of Santiago de Compostela. And apparently St. James's body is inside the tomb in the cathedral there. So the reason that there's all of these Camino ways or walkways to the city of Santiago de Compostela is because Christian pilgrims walk the way of St. James into pay homage or whatever to his tomb. So hence all of these pathways from all across Europe are like a network of pilgrimages into the city of Santiago. So there you have it. Why am I walking it, considering I'm like the least religious person I know? Just for the adventure. No other reason. I'm not in the slightest bit religious. So I'm not going to the tomb of St. James to bow before him and ask him to wash all my sins away. I'm just not sure anybody has enough soap. You really have to keep your eyes peeled for those little yellow arrows. I know the closer you get to Santiago, all the yellow arrows are on big milestones and you can't miss them. But this far back, there isn't as many pilgrims and the Camino is kind of not as prominent. So the arrows are a lot more discreet. This morning was a little bit of a tricky morning because coming out of Villa Franca again, we're like massive main roads, so I kind of spent the last hour almost walking on the edge of a motorway, which which was zero fun, especially when truck drivers think it's the funniest thing in the world to beep the horn at you every time they drive past. Like, what's funny about that? What is funny about that? The only thing that it's doing is frightening the shit out of me. And then now my head is thumping because the lorry driver beep thing is so loud. I feel like picking up a rock and throwing it at them. Honestly, I do. I feel like bashing the lorries in with rocks. Going to prison in Portugal is probably not a good idea. Anyway, the walk seems a bit nicer now. I'm kind of in a bit of nature. Just stopped for a little coffee and a pee-pee. Really, that was my excuse. I had to buy a coffee in order to have a pee-pee. And it's only 9 o'clock, just a little after 9, and like the sun is splitting through the trees. So I've smothered myself in sunscreen. Always use sunscreen. And hopefully I don't get too burned because that's the last thing I need. All right. Called Azambuja, and this is where I was supposed to be staying tonight. So I've been walking for 4 hours already today, but I couldn't find an empty bed in this town. However, I did hear that I can buy a pilgrim passport here. So I'm going to go to the hostel and see if they'll sell me a pilgrim passport, and then I'll tell you all about what they are and why I need them. I didn't find a pilgrim passport in Azambuja, but I did get my belly full, and it's all about priorities really, isn't it? So now that I have a full belly, I'm fueled up and ready to rock. So about 3 more hours walking until Cartaox. I think that's how you pronounce it, Cartaox. I'll ask my host tonight, he'll tell us how to pronounce it properly. Okay, so hopefully I should get into town before 5 o'clock, which means my day is completely done and dusted by 5 p.m. Honestly, I'm tired now. My legs are murdering me. I seem to have missed one of the arrows and continued on the road that I was on. And then just by pure chance I checked my Google Maps and I seen that I was about 2 kilometers of a mistake in the wrong direction. So I had to walk back, so that's 4 kilometers that I didn't need to walk. And now, because I'm so tired, I'm cutting across some farmers' crops. I hope he doesn't catch me. I booked on Airbnb tonight. I thought it was like a man and a woman's spare bedroom, but it seems to be that it's a hostel, so they must run a hostel as well. But I'm having a nightmare trying to find it because my Google Maps is acting the whack, and the arrow keeps changing direction. My head is scalded with sunburn. Been out in the sun for like 10 hours. My legs hurt. Everything hurts. Ugh.